And today we've got a guy named Tayari Casel with us who, in my opinion, is one of the finest martial arts people in the world. And when we talk about martial arts, we always think about, what can I say, China, Oriental, Japan. And, you know, I'm struggling because I'm not a martial artist. I'm just struggling around, and my son's a martial artist, and that's the only thing I know about it. Tayari, welcome aboard.
Hey, good to see you.
It's been a couple of years, buddy, since I've seen you.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and I know that you are heavy into your martial arts. You've been doing it for many years. You've been all over the world. You've got a school that you deal with, students that you teach. But you have got something that I'm really impressed with. You've got some truth to tell. A lot of myths have been brought about when you talk about martial arts in the world, and I'm sure that the Oriental people have, I don't know if they have all the kudos on it, as people say they do, but of course some of your greatest martial artists happen to be Oriental people. So this area has a super martial arts following around this area, as well, you know. Some historical background on what you do, and where are these myths coming from about where it started, and where do you think it started?
Well, I know where it started. And the myths exist because there are people who, of course, want to tell their story. And it's extremely important, and when we look at that, we have to realize that their story does not always reflect what our story is. And so we have to make sure that we tell our story. And when we do that, then we have to go back to the source. We have to go back to the continent that was developed first on this planet in terms of human civilization, in terms of human life. And that means we have to return to the source. We have to return to Africa. So the martial arts themselves, of course, have many spots throughout the world that it has developed. But it was developed there because of the trade, of the movement, the migration of African people, and their thoughts, their philosophies, and their teachings as it dotted around the world. So as you really pointed out in the beginning, that when most people talk about martial arts, the first thing that pops into their mind is the Orient. And of course, as you mentioned also, that they have produced many great champions also. But we have to look at the source, and then when we do that, then we have to go back to Africa and let's look at the